I always forget to hit unmute, so like I really need a producer. I got a couple people that are interested, but you just need to kind of tell me to like show the fuck up and let's do this thing. As I was saying, I'm cooking a filet mignon. It's about 6 to 7 ounces right there. Nice size for one person. Wasn't too expensive. Decent meat, so I was happy about that. I'm probably going to cook this later on in the week, maybe tomorrow, as a celebratory dinner if things go the way I hope they go for a meeting I'm having tomorrow. But since I didn't eat all that shrimp last night, I didn't want to let that shrimp sit there longer than I really needed it to. So we're going to cook this tonight. And tomorrow, if I get an answer, I'm having a meeting. If I get the answer I want, or if I get an answer at all, we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. It could like make a huge difference in my in my life. And I think it's reasonable what I'm asking for and offering to do, so we'll see. But hope y'all ain't stuck in traffic still. If you were here in Indianapolis with that eclipse today, that was cool as shit. I'm glad I worked from home though, so I didn't have to drive in it. Because it was a mess. Even this morning, 9-10 o'clock, it was just, cars were lined up, ready to go. It was like, almost like a parking lot out here on Main Street. I guess they had, 50, and they said 50,000 people at just the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this, today. Golly, no. No, please. So I am going to do a mashed potato because that's just easier. I've already got my milk and water over there and a chicken bouillon cube. We're going to chop these up relatively small so they cook a lot faster. Saw a couple planes flying during the eclipse. That would have been fucking wild to see the eclipse flying over that when it was right up, when it was like going through. So we got our potatoes here. We're gonna go ahead and toss them in our thing because that's the one that takes the longest, right? And y'all know I like to start from a cold and warm it up as it goes. I think that helps with the flavor and all that goodness. So those are in where we need them, and we're gonna crank our pot up. So really we're gonna let those kind of sit while we season the steak. Pour us a glass of wine and hopefully have enough for a sauce. Or maybe enough for a sauce and for some dinner wine, but we'll see. What I am gonna do is I am gonna pour some in a container for sauce because I don't wanna not have it. This container's a little big for what I need. I don't want to use this one, I want a smaller one. Where's my smaller one? Oh, there they are. Alright, so we'll just pour. That should be good enough for a sauce right there. Might not necessarily have one for dinner. have a glass for dinner, but we got a sauce. We got a red wine sauce. Ooh. Yeah, so that'll work, right? We'll make it work. Alright, let's get a steak nice and seasoned. Well, I was like, I'll cut that, but I'm not going to cut a fillet. We're going to go ahead and just start loading this dishwasher so we can run it when we're done. One day I'll figure out an actual schedule for this shit and like plan out something and have like a script and teleprompter and shit that I actually know what I'm talking about and doing. But right now I'm just getting a live thing just to get my head back into the world. Seems to be working. Somebody's stealing a car outside, I hear it. I always want to, like, when I hear shit like that, yell out the window, oh, he's stealing. You know we got that butter. We're probably not going to, we might use all that butter. I mean, we got to butter the potatoes, we got to butter the carrots, the mushrooms, the shrimp, and the steak, so I am going to make a little seasoning mixture here for my steak. A little bit of salt. We'll use this and make sure to keep some of this just for an all-purpose seasoning. And put some black pepper in there. You know, I was reading this thing on Reddit the other day. People were talking about black pepper versus white pepper, and people were like, white pepper tastes like a barnyard, or smells like a barnyard. And let me tell you, it does. It smells fucking terrible. But oh, is it good. Speaking of, I have white pepper, but I don't have a white pepper grinder. I've got this little guy, but this has got black pepper kernels in it, my electronic one. Black pepper seeds. So I can't really use that. And I could, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna just toss a little bit of garlic powder in here. A little bit of onion powder. And a little bit of that Moody's barbecue rub. Not much, but just a tad bit. Alright. I think that'll be good. Well, that fucking was weird. A little cat came out of this thing. Back in there, little bitch. Fucking pop out on me like that. Alright, we're gonna generously season this meat. We're gonna season it from way up here. We get a nice even coating on it. Give it a nice little press. Give it a flip. Grab a little bit more. And with this excess seasoning we got here in the thing, we're just gonna roll it so we make sure we get all those sides coated, because you gotta have it seasoned absolutely everywhere, right? Seasoned everywhere. Alright, So that's seasoned. So we're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna keep this for a little all-purpose seasoning. Maybe toss a little bit into our potatoes. I haven't cooked a fillet or a tenderloin in a long time. I think the last time I even cooked something remotely close to this meat was a week before some crazy bad shit happened, and I made a Chateaubriand for some people, some friends and some other people. And it was damn good. You know, I'm not gonna use this. I really don't know how I want to do my carrots. I don't know if I want to do the carrots, like roast them, or if I want to do the carrots in just like a saute. Or even just if I want to steam them. I don't know. I haven't decided. But what I have decided is we're gonna use the old cast iron for this. I love my cast iron. I need to do some work on it, but it gets the job done. I think I am gonna roast these carrots. I'm gonna grab some aluminum foil, if I can remember where it is. Hey, it's right here. I was gonna get some pecans or walnuts to kind of put with these carrots, but I forgot. But let's do this. Let's put a couple in here that fit. Come back over here and pop a little olive oil on them. Trying to get my hands not oily, but that's not gonna fucking happen. So I'll still use this to oil these though. Coat these in some oil just so they get that seasoning all coated on them too. When I season them, and I'm gonna put some drizzle a little honey on there because like everybody likes sweet carrots, right? A little touch of sweetness. I'm gonna wash my hands off for this oil. I need some ideas on what else to cook. So if anybody has ideas out there that they want to see me cook or mess with, let me know. If I like the idea enough, I might just invite you over to cook to like help produce and eat it. I can't see who's joined over there on Instagram, but I'm wearing my old glasses. Maybe I should go get my new one. See where we're at. Oh, it's Matt. How you doing, Mr. Matt? Mr. Corkin? I'm just listening to a couple of your bands earlier today. Alright, now that I switched glasses, I should be able to see a little bit better. For the salt and pepper, and well, you were gonna use our seasoning that we used on the steak, on that steak. So we're just gonna sprinkle it on these carrots. Make sure they're all nice and coated in the slices. We'll throw some rosemary on there too, and a little bit of honey. Could use agave syrup because I just bought some new, but I think honey sounds better. Here we're just gonna kind of glaze it over. We're not going to put a lot, but we're just going to glaze it over there and see what happens. Alright, we're starting to boil. I'm going to go ahead and put these carrots in here. We'll roast them for a little bit. Turn them on 300 because we don't want them to cook too quick. 30 minutes sounds good. So we'll let that go there. Take a sip of our wine here. I do take donations for wine, tequila, beer, ingredients, kitchen utensils. I do need to make an Amazon wish list and, you know, post that up, but I don't want to cook that steak too early. I gotta get these potatoes boiling and get these carrots started before we go much further. I tried to start a little earlier, but you know how that works. I can tell you right now, those potatoes are gonna be good. Juice and sauce is good. And the boiling stuff we put in there. Guess I should crush some of this garlic because we're gonna be using this for a few things. Yeah, I'm just doing on the counter. I cleaned these counters really well today, so don't care. I'm just not cutting them, just smashing them. You gotta get that garlic off your hands because it burns sometimes. We're starting to boil over here. See what we get. Guess I should plug this in. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna start this on 100, right? I'm gonna start this on 100. I'm gonna let it come up to temperature. I'm gonna let it come up to temperature slowly. And then we'll put our olive oil in there. I don't like to use olive oil all that much for this. I used to use a lot of grapeseed oil for my steaks, but after a while the grapeseed oil started like adding the aftertaste I didn't like. So I just went back to olive oil. But we're gonna cook this steak to medium rare, and I'm not gonna use a thermometer. I'm not gonna use the finger test. I'm just gonna use my brain. So what we're gonna do is, I don't know if I should put it in here or if I should put it in here. I think this one would work a little bit better. So we're gonna turn our oven 400 degrees, let that preheat. So it's not a very big steak, so we don't want it to cook too long. We don't want it to get medium well or medium. And definitely not well done. Oh my God, definitely not well done. I can't do that shit. I'll tell you what though, if you would have told me even 5-6 years ago that I would be almost nightly cooking good ass food, drinking wine, and listening to old jazz music, I'd be like, you're fucking crazy, man. But it's not. That's what I do almost every night, man. Alright, now we're going to turn this up to 150. I'll take it hotter. I'll still put my hand on that, it's not too bad. I'm gonna have to get another skillet for these shrimp because I don't want to put them all in. I don't want to put everything in this because I'm going to use the brown, the fond, and everything from our steak, and I'm going to use that for our mushrooms. But I forgot to toss a sprig of rosemary in my carrots. Let's do another small one just because it doesn't cover them all. That should be good for what we need there. I'm going to take a piece of rosemary and slop it over here because we're going to need it. I don't have time, but I do got the rosemary and the garlic. It's getting hotter. I can feel it. Woo. Our water's boiling. Water and milk mixture is boiling over here for these potatoes. So for these potatoes, we did put some water in there, of course. We put some milk in there. We put some chicken bouillon in there, as well as some seasonings. So we are going to let that come to a boil with those potatoes. We're going to drain those potatoes, and we're going to mash them up with our potato ricer. I love that thing. If you like mashed potatoes, get your potato ricer for sure. For sure. I don't know if that's going to be enough wine for a sauce. It might be. Let's just do a little more in there. We might have to drink the Pabst Blue Ribbon. I think I have 2 left, or the tequila. Or maybe a whiskey drink, you know? I haven't had a whiskey drink in a while. Alright, I'm gonna just give these potatoes a poke with a fork and they're almost there, but not quite. Not quite. So we're gonna let this, we're gonna get this up a little more. Hope this don't set off my smoke alarms, because sometimes it definitely can. So I'm gonna actually open up a window real quick. Alright, there we go. I had to open up the window because when I put this in, it is going to get smoky. And Dolly's going to bark at every fucking thing out there, but that's okay. Alright, so we're pretty warm on this cast iron now. We're going to pour a little olive oil in there. Let that coat the bottom. There might be a little too much olive oil in there, so we're going to pour it just a hair out so we don't cause a huge problem. Alright, so those will be ready shortly. These carrots seem to be doing all right. They're not cooking fast enough, so we're gonna turn that temp up a little bit. All right, and in we go with our filet. What time is it? 7:45. Let me, I need a timer. Yeah, see what I can make sure of. Gotta get a timer. Means I gotta find the watch. All right, so we're gonna toss this in here for a few minutes. Oh, listen to that sizzle. Listen to that beautiful, beautiful sizzle. Set timer for 3.5 minutes. Usually I do 4 minutes. 4 minutes on each. Dolly, no. Usually I do 4 minutes on each side, but since I had to go get the thing, blah, 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 we're doing 3. We're doing 3.5. And we're not touching it. We're just going to let it bask in its goodness. We're going to use this rosemary sprig and this butter. Why? Because I like a lot of butter. Fuck you. Fuck you, that's why. Why isn't the timer with everything else? That's what I don't understand. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm just gonna take a peek. looking pretty good already, so that 2 minutes is going to get us right where we need. Alright, we're going to turn these potatoes down just a little bit. One minute and 37 seconds left. I got a fan going, and I got my windows open, so hopefully the smokiness won't be too bad. Oh, hot char on there is going to be perfect. It smells good. It always smells good, though. I mean, I don't think I've ever had it not smell good. Fucking weird. So Purdue is fucking in the national championship tonight, and that just is wild as fuck to me. Wild as fuck, let me tell you. Never in a million years thought I'd see Purdue in the national championship before IU, but here we are. Alright, we're going to flip that over. Oh, look at that beautiful fucking char on there. We're going to set it for another 3.5 minutes. And in 1 minute, we're going to add butter, rosemary, garlic, and some... Yeah, that's about it, because I don't have any time. And then we're going to baste. Baste like this on tomorrow. Oh, get him, darling, get him. You're such a ferocious, protective dog. Not really. Alright, so we had that going in there for a minute. In goes our butter. We're gonna let that butter melt a little bit. Whisk it around. Give it a little tilt-a-whirl. Toss in a little bit of our garlic. Toss in our rosemary. Give it a little shake. Get that garlic, get that butter all melty and good. And we're starting to go. Like I said, every time I wish this shit had smell-o-vision, because it smells goddamn good. Let me tell you. We're gonna take our rosemary and put it on top of our steak. Get this butter to melt a little faster, and then boom. Well, it's a little hot. So. Use our cast iron fucking holder. And then we're just gonna take this spoonful of butter garlic, and rosemary, and just baste this steak. Coming up at 47 seconds. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and get our edges a nice sear as well. Alright, we're gonna turn this oven off, or turn the skillet off. We have hit our time, and look at that. Not only did we hit our time, our oven is preheated perfectly where we need it to go. So, now that that's preheated to 400 degrees, we don't want to keep it there. So we're gonna plop this steak right here on this beautiful pan. Ow. We're gonna pop it in this top rack here. And then we're gonna turn it off and not open it for a bit. Alright, I'm gonna spin some of this garlic out because we don't need that garlic anymore because it's a little burnt. We're gonna get our rosemary out of there. A couple little leaves. Alright, next we're going to turn this on a medium low, medium high, right in the middle. We've got it about 300 degrees. We're going to make sure we scrape off of all this good crust and beefy goodness. And then we're going to deglaze it with our wine. 45 shallots. I did not get shallots. Did not get shallots today, unfortunately. So we are going to turn this down a little bit. Scrape all that fond off the bottom there. Take our mushrooms. We got our mushrooms here. We're going to toss those in as well. Give it a nice stir. Let the mushrooms soak up that tasty Spanish wine, butter, and garlic. And you know what? We'll throw the rosemary back in there. And we'll throw a little bit more garlic in there because garlic tastes good. Alright, so we'll let these. We're gonna have to get these rosemary and chicken leaves out of here when I serve this. That's alright. We're gonna let that go until it boils down a little bit. Alright, we are ready to go with the I need salt. Maybe a little of our other seasoning. Alright, we're starting to get a boil, so that sauce is going to thicken up here shortly. Let's try one of these mushrooms. The mushroom's pretty fucking tasty, I can tell you that right now. So yeah, we're just going to let this boil out, let it kind of season up. bit more butter in it. I'm out of wine, which is regrettable. Which is regrettable. So, I'm gonna rinse out our little containers here and pop them in our dishwasher. So I don't forget and have a big old mess to deal with when I'm done cooking, because I don't want to do that. I want to take a nice, I bought a muscle relaxing salt bath bomb the other day. And my ass is gonna take a nice warm ass fucking bath. Probably with a fucking glass of liquor. Where I sit there and soak. Where I soak in a nice tub. Man, because I've been beating myself up the past few weekends. Going to the metal and just doing stupid shit. Alright, I'm gonna pop this cast iron skillet over here, turn it on like almost barely less than high, and let that shit cook. This is where I'm gonna cook our shrimp over here. This is gonna be the last thing we do. Why? Because it cooks quick like a motherfucker. Oh. Oh no. Sorry. Yes, I know. It is a serious issue, Dolly. We only have one tab of blue ribbon left. It's a very serious issue. Whatever will we do? Where my scissors at? They're in here. I used them for the lobster tail yesterday, but I can use them for this. Gotta protect your turtles and your ducks and your wildlife. I love these fucking old ass white dudes that like roll through Main Street on their like Me Too bikes. Like, look at me, I got a street glide. Cool, bro, me too. Everybody's got a street glide. There's no popular fucking Harley Davidson around. Talk to me when you get a real bike, like a road glide. Or a fucking Dyna. Even though I have a soft tail. But whatever. Don't. I can judge you. Alright, I do want to save some of this milk liquid, so I'm going to grab a bowl. There's way too many bowls and shit. Alright. We still want some of that milky goodness. We'll use some of it. Shit, the other day I was looking outside. I didn't even see a motorcycle, but I was just looking outside my window. I saw some fucking dude walking around in a Sons of Anarchy shirt. I'm like, look, bro, like, there's too many cameras out nowadays. Like, you're not gonna get the absolute shit kicked out of you, but I guarantee you somebody's gonna see that vest that, you know, you don't want to see that vest. And they're gonna be like, sir, you need to take that off. And then if you don't take it off and give it to them, I don't think they worried about cameras at that point. People are stupid. You gotta like, especially in like different subcultures that you try to join in into, like you gotta like know or learn real quick tell you what you shouldn't do. You should never stand, like when I'm real close to the stage, seeing a band that I've wanted to see a lot and a band I really love, you should not just work your way in front of me because you will get PBR on your back. Did that happen? Maybe. Allegedly could have happened. I don't know. Ain't my business. I mean, it kind of is my business, but it ain't my business. Alright, we're going to turn the sauce off over here. I'm going to cut some butter to put in there. Take it off the heat and let that butter, we'll stir that butter in. Tell you what, those mushrooms taste very, very good, and it's going to be a very good sauce for your steak. Pretty sure our carrots are done too, so I'm going to pause those. Now we got our mashed potatoes we need to deal with, which means more butter. A little bit of our seasoning. We got to open our Pabst Blue Ribbon. My hands are greasy. Difficult. Sometimes I amaze myself. We're going to do some Asian-inspired food tomorrow. If y'all like mall food court bourbon chicken, I'll do my version of that. Oh, those are flavorful. You can taste the garlic, you can taste the rosemary, you can taste the seasoning we put in there. And like going with the potato ricer, I'm telling you, like how smooth and absolute creamy these fucking things are. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Alright. I'm going to pop these on here, just put them on low. Actually, I'm going to put them over here in the warmer zone. Alright, so we had that at 400 and we turned it off. So it's just been sitting in a hot oven, not cooking, but just sitting in a hot oven. So let's make our shrimp real quick and call it a day. Let's rock out the old fucking new wave fuck that. This is my pan that came with my first new wave. You can tell it's been used. It is dark and fucking, you can tell it has been used. Which, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, we got brighter. Yeah, so you could tell. It's had a lot of use to it. But it's all we really need for what we're doing right now. You already know we need some more motherfucking butter. The butter just started to melt and I can't even cut through the thing. The wrapper. Oh well. Let this melt. This butter, let it melt. Put our milk up because we don't need that no more. Good thing I bought a whole other pound of butter this week. Just swirling, tilt a whirl, swirl to get that butter melted. There we go. We're melting. We're melting a little faster. In goes our garlic. In goes our scramps. And we give it a little of our seasoning. Give it a nice little flip over. Get the other side. Hit it without seasoning one more time. Alright. So now we're gonna kind of let those saute. We're gonna give them a little flip. Look at that. Oh yeah. They're looking about done, so we're gonna turn those. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find a fucking lid that actually fits that, because I don't know which one it is. This one maybe? That one will work. Boom, a little PBR in there. PBR, and let that steam for a minute. Oh, I must have bit my lip or did something today, because like, when I drink beer, it stings right now. And I'm turning this off while that beer's in there. It's still warm. Still do its thing, but I'm also trying to clean this shit up as I go, so. Some of the stuff I'll have to wash by hand, but that's alright. Won't be as much as I usually have to do because alright, I was smart and I started doing shit early, right? That's the way to do it. cut the steak open live, and I'm either going to be embarrassed or fucking excited. So let's hope we're excited. How about that? We'll still use this butter, so we'll pop it back in our refrigerator. Let that solidify again. I'm going to try one of our scrimps. See how we're doing on that. They are cooked. I could probably use a little bit of spice, but they're good. They're pretty good. Probably could use some spice. They're good. Alright. Let's grab our steak out of here. We're gonna fucking find our scissors again. We're gonna cut this steak off. The steak is awful thin, so I may be a little concerned it might be overcooked, but we're going to find out together, alright? Spoon for mashed potatoes. Same spoon that we use to eat the mashed potatoes. Darling, get out of the trash. Those potatoes are tasty. Tasty as potatoes. Alright, before I put this sauce on it, let's take a look at this steak. Look, if it's overcooked, don't blame me. It might have been too small. Might have been too skinny. So let's take a look. I would say that's a nice medium rare. That's a nice cook on that steak. Maybe a little over medium rare, but it is still a nice cook on the steak. So we're gonna pop our shrimp over here as well. Can't forget about our carrots. Carrots probably could have used a little bit more time, but whatever, they still look good. Drop that over here. Now, it is time for our mushroom sauce. Shit, I ain't got no more spoons. Figuratively and literally. Alright, we're going to grab some of these mushrooms and just place them on top of the steak. Place them on top of the mashed potatoes. Make sure we get all the, well, I wanted some of that rosemary out of there, but put that on the mashed potatoes. And they